Now, there are two different ways that an owner's corporation or body corporate can pay for a solar system. Two main models. First of all is an upfront capital expenditure model or CapEx model. Typically, this model gives the maximum amount of control to the owner's corporation or the body corporate. By paying for the solar system upfront, the strata will receive the benefit of the power from the solar system and be able to determine where that solar power is used and the operating model. You will still have an energy retailer, a normal brand name, maybe an Origin, AGL, Energy Australia, but you'll negotiate a new common area electricity contract with that energy retailer that has a feed-in tariff that'll be paid in kilowatt hours to the strata for any excess solar which is paid into the grid. And the owner's corporation will directly pay a solar installer to design and install the system, process government rebates, and they're usually quoted net of the system price at the time of purchase. And that solar installer will also provide warranty repairs and potentially a monitoring system that allows the owner's corporation to check the performance of their solar system using a website or a smartphone app. The other model that people have sometimes heard of is called a power purchase agreement. This is a form of solar finance or leasing, and this is a model where the strata doesn't initially own the solar system. So typically, for maybe the first 10 years of the life of the solar system sitting on the roof of the apartment block is owned by a third party. It could be an energy retailer or a solar financier. Under this model, typically the owner's corporation agrees to pay a price for electricity that's coming off the panels on the roof of the building per kilowatt hour, but that price is cheaper than the price they get from their energy retailer for buying electricity from the grid. However, one of the things an owner's corporation or body corporate would have to check is that the price that they pay for electricity coming off the panels on their roof is actually cheaper than the price of their grid energy that they're getting under their energy retailer contract. These are usually, they can be the same entity, but it can also be two different parties that you're dealing with. So in this model, for the first 10 years, the solar installer financier is responsible for making any repairs to the solar system if it breaks a faulty panel or a failed inverter. The inverter is an expensive piece of equipment that sometimes lasts between 6 to 12 years. So obviously, the solar installer financier is hoping that the inverter will last over the 10 years in this model. After 10 years, the ownership of the solar system will go to the owner's corporation or the body corporate. And for the next 15 years of the life of that solar system, up to 25 years, the owner's corporation or body corporate will be responsible for making any repairs, maintaining the solar system. But from years 11 through to 25, the owner's corporation will get the full benefit of the solar generated off the system and won't have to pay per kilowatt hour price to the solar financier.